Hello everybody. So this is the schematic diagram figures that we're going to talk about. Right now what we're looking at is a picture from your lab where there were two batteries attached, there was a wire, and then there was a gap in the middle. And so for this one there was a pencil attached, and that pencil made the light bulb light up. So we are not going to draw the pencil today, but what we are going to draw are the other things that we see. All right, so in that circuit that we just looked at, there were two batteries that were kind of stacked on top of each other. Okay, with a positive terminal and a negative terminal, positive terminal, negative terminal. If they were laying on their side, they might look, like this. Positive terminal, negative terminal, positive terminal, negative terminal. If they were a single battery, we were just going to draw one. We would draw just one standing up, and then on its side, this is how it might look like. Okay, and the circuit symbol would be a long line for positive terminal and a short line for negative terminal. So positive and negative. On its side, it would be positive and negative. You want the positive line to be longer than the negative line. So for two batteries, we would have a long line for positive, then a short line for negative, a positive line, and a negative line. And we have positive, negative, positive, negative. Now for our light bulb, the pencil allows the bulb to turn on because it completes the circuit. So there's yellow lines coming out of the bulb to show that it's turned on. And so what we're going to do is probably draw it the same way. So we have the little metal part, and we have the filament, and then we have the bulb. And to show that the light is turned on, we might have rays of light to show that it's turned on. And if it was not turned on, then we would draw it the same way without the rays coming out of it. And then we would say that this circle is going to be our light, our bulb that's turned on, that has light coming out of it. And if the bulb is turned off, then this would show that there's no light. We would just put an X through it. And then our resistor would kind of look like a corn dog looking thing. And normally resistors have stripes to show how much resistance each item has. So this is not a very accurate one, but we'll just draw pretend lines through it. Okay. And in our class, we'll just draw it with a wire and then the resistor. Okay. So now, speaking of wires, in our simulation, wires were just kind of like this big orange line. And in our class, we'll just draw a straight line to show the wire. Now the switches, you had to show the switches on and off. So this one would show that the switch is open. And this would show that the switch is closed. Now in our circuit symbols, a switch open might look like this. So this would show an open switch, and a closed switch would look like this. An ammeter in the Ohm's Law lab kind of looks like an older iPod with wires coming out of it, and it would probably tell you how much current is running through it. The ones that we use in our classroom would be yellow, and just trying to draw. So that'd be yellow, and then each of these wires, there'd be a red wire coming out of it, and then there'd be a black wire coming out of it. But here we're just going to draw it like the Ohm's Law lab simulation, where there is a box and it tells you how much current is running through the circuit at that point. In the capacitor, we'll have this big drum, and with two antenna coming out of it. I don't think we'll use it in this class this year, but this is how we would draw the circuit symbol for a capacitor. All right, and so that is the schematic diagram figures. So make sure that you draw it in your notes. You'll be required to know how to draw these.